Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Today is Friday. Yay! Friday the 26th, June 26th, and my time is 4:20 a.m. So I'm going to do a couple of things. Remember, always stay to the end of the video for Trump's daily reading. See where he's at. See if he's still as opened as he was yesterday. See what's going on. But also, I'm going to try a grand tableau in the Kipper cards. Somebody had asked me to kind of find out what Berman had, or what was Berman doing, and the reason why Barr fired him. Berman is the, I want to say, attorney or whatever that was for New York. You guys all know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm going to see if I can find out what he had on them. And so I'm going to make Berman the main man, and then I'll make Barr the main lady. And yes, that's funny to me too. I have a little bit of a tickle in my throat this morning. So, and then we'll see where 45 lands. We'll see where Giuliani lands. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it all works out. See where everybody is at. I shuffle my cards like this because I also account for the inverted. It just gives me a little bit more information. Since we're dealing with such negative entities, I feel like my cards give me a little bit more information when I do that. Okay, so here we go with Barr and Berman. Let's see if we can get a story. What I do for anybody who is new, and welcome to all my new subscribers. I appreciate that you stop by and watch me. I do 9 across and 4 down. So here we go. And you can fast forward this part. It can get a little boring. 8 and 9. I'm trying not to. It's not like a cough. It's just like I try to get that tickle out of the throat. Okay, so Barr's right here. The maiden woman who is upside down shows up right there. Oh. Ooh. $45's right here. Russia's right next to him. But this also could be Giuliani in this spread. So we'll find out. So the main person, Berman, is right here, and he's right side up. But wait until I tell you the story. I can see it already with Barr. Ooh, this is exciting. Yep. Okay. So this is exciting. So we have Barr right here and Berman right here. So what lies between them gives you the story of what is the reason why Barr fired him. Because Barr's here, court person here, and Berman here. So we have right here, Barr here. We have court person, and high emotions around that. So he was investigating Barr. That's the reason why he took after him. He found out that's what he was doing, is he found stuff on Barr. Ooh. And that's the reason why the high emotions, the court person, the court, Barr, and military person, which is a lot of times lack of honor, in that whole situation. And something about far away journey is the reason why. Something in foreign lands he found out about him. Sad news, which is the information. Gaining a lot of money that Barr had in an overseas with sad news. Gaining a lot of money. And there's a rich girl, which is inverted, so it had something to do with a female. And living room, something to do with home life with him. Pleasant letter, Barr. Pleasant letter, living room, meetings. That's long ways away, change, and theft. Hang on a minute, I'm getting something for the information around Barr. Okay, so Barr, military person, which is inverted, meaning lack of honor. Pleasant letter, home life, meetings. And then also we have high honors, which is inverted, which whoever he was meeting with had lack of integrity and stuff like that. A long ways away, which is upside down, so that could be domestic. Like here in the United States, a change and theft. This is also something that he was, Berman was looking into, what Barr was doing. Okay, Spirit, give me a little bit more information about these things. Because 45 is connected to the lack of honors. Success in love is which is inverted, which is also connected to the lack of honor. Putin or Russia. And a little child. That little child with a 45 has showed up again. Oh. Berman knows about Barr's dealings from overseas, and he knows the connection between 45 and that illegitimate child from either Russia or overseas right here, and because of theft is right here also, and false person. The marriage card is inverted, expectations, and the good lady, and then success in love, which is inverted right next to 45. Happiness, short illness, thoughts, court person, and he knows about the child that Barr keeps on trying to hide. Let me see what the line. Berman, high emotions, receiving a gift, gloomy thoughts, unexpected money, good lady, expectations, marriage card, and false person. So Berman, court person, pleasant letter, and rich girl. There's the female. Usually the child is closer to the female, but gaining a lot of money, rich girl. Domestic life. Wow, okay. There's a lot of information here that I have to decipher, and it's so unbelievably covered up under so many layers of lies. So many layers of lies. That is the reasoning for the inverted cards. So many inverted cards. There's a lie for every lie to cover up the truth of that lie. That's what's going on the most with this. But he was close to the story. Now, he was close to the story of because it's the connection right here that court and court person and high emotions. is the reason why he was close to this story, and he was close to Barr's dealings overseas. He was close to, but he was investigating Barr, which was connected to 45 and connected to this child, connected to the rich girl, connected, to Russia or overseas. Like Russia, I always felt like that the young lady, the young lady, which was probably around 13, who had the illegitimate child from 45, was overseas or Russia in prison. See how 45 is connected to a long ways away in prison? See, he could be in bereavement, prison. 45 is connected to prison every time. Unexpected and prison. Every time. I don't know if you can go back. I mean, he has a prison. It just means he's been a criminal here. He's been a long ways away. He's been a criminal in faraway lands. He's been a criminal all of his life. Bereavement in the White House. So this is interesting here. 45 change bereavement in White House. Did you hear me? 45 a change bereavement in the White House. This is for entertainment value only. 45 a change theft White House bereavement. Russia. Kind of has to show up. Russia with false person. Bad marriage card and expectations. Interesting. But yeah, he was investigating Barr. That's the main reason why Barr took him out. And he was investigating Barr, and while he was investigating Barr, he was finding out about 45. That's the reason why he had to take him out. Let me see if that rich lady... No. I wonder if that other attorney showed up. Let me see if I can find her. Maybe she's the... I don't feel like she's the rich girl. I don't feel like that. But also 45 is also connected to short illness again. Great happiness. Success in love is upside down. And great illness. Court. Always. But that illegitimate child showed up again. I'm trying to see if the other attorney who stepped in his place is there, but I don't see her representing anywhere. I don't see her representing. I don't see her close. I don't see her representing like she's going to take over the cases. But I didn't ask Spirit to have her show up. So, but yeah, that's the reason why. And he's not going to stop. I just heard he's not going to stop. He's going to still help her. With all of his findings, it's still going to happen. He's not stopping his work. He's not letting it go. Good. Okay. That was very interesting. Very interesting. All right. Let's do a reading. Somebody wanted to know, you know how 45 has really just taken down the media and called them fake news and called them fake news and called them fake news and really has destroyed, or at least has the appearance of destruction of anybody believing what the news has to say. You know, I thought we fixed that problem a long time ago where the news anchors and the journalists kind of take that unforeseen oath, like I'm going to report the news and it's always going to be the truth. You know, I thought we fixed that a long time ago. And that's the reason why a lot of the reporters and journalists were coming up looking honorable. Is because, they vowed to tell us the truth. But then we have a president like this guy. And anything that makes 45 look bad, it's fake news, right? He can't get everybody, you can fool some people, but you can't fool them all. And that's what his problem is he can't fool them all. I want to do a reading and see how what's good if the news coverage and all of that and the journalists, are they going to recover after 45 is gone? Let's see what's going to happen to our news media. Is it going to be a long road to recovery, or just what after 45 is gone? It's the hold and the talk of fake news is just going to disappear, and we'll all go back. We're going into a new world, and we will have better respect for journalists in the new world. And a tyrant like 45 will never be able to do what he did again. The first up is bad memories. Feeling out of place. The first up is bad memories. Second, this is the base of them. This is the journalist. This is what the problem is. This is what, could be their struggles. Is lazy. Let's say it's inverted. So patience, steady progress. Okay. So at least we have that. We have the Emperor, which is up underneath here. The Emperor, under the current, is the abuse of power. So this is what has happened to them. This is what has lifted them up to the position they're at right now, where 45 is allowed to call them fake news. This is the abuse of power. The Two of Wands, a fear of the unknown, lack of planning, holding back. So the media is pretty much, all the way up to this point, they've been holding back. They've been trying to figure out and navigate to keep their trust and keep their honor in what they do. They've really had to hold back. And then we have the Hierophant, which is a challenging status quo, which makes sense, right? A challenging status quo. That's what's above them. This is what they present. This is what the world sees, is a challenging status quo on that whole situation. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is a successful establishment of projection. So they're going to recover. So going forward, after 45 is gone, they're going to definitely recover. And the immaturity, lack of progress and planning, focus, short term. So it's just going to take a lot of patience. But they are going to recover. They're going to recover, and they're going to recover fast, the Chariot. They're going to recover fast, and they're also going to report everything that they ever wanted to report. They're going to get back to emotional balance. We're all going to emotionally start trusting them again, and I trust them. I trust them, and so they may not report on such things, and this one's over here reporting on this, and this one's reporting on this. That doesn't mean that there's something horribly wrong. It's just somebody's got the story, and that's how it's always been. But they're going to get their trust back. They're going to, and the Ten of Swords, right where Spirit is at, the crisis, hitting rock bottom. Spiritually they have hit rock bottom. They're trying to figure it out. That was an interesting place. But the Ace of Cups shows up, which is rebirth and beginnings. Okay, so spiritually they hit rock bottom. The Ten of Swords. This is in the spirit. Spiritually, they've hit rock bottom. They didn't know what to do. But what they're going to do after 45 is gone is keep on reporting, and they're going to start telling everything that they used to. They're going to put together stories. They're going to be stories upon all of that. The Queen of Cups is going to show up. They're going to start reporting on everything they knew. I just saw that each one of the journalists is going to be able to pretty much get together and do a movie on what was going on with the reporters and 45 and how he kept on doing that, because the new beginnings, the Fool came up, and then the five of Swords, the betrayal. They're going to definitely betray 45 like crazy. And the betrayal is that they felt betrayed too. They felt betrayed by him, by the administration. And yeah, they were vulnerable. They were vulnerable in front of him. Then we have the Nine of Wands, which is defend your territory. And then, of course, the Three of Pentacles, which is craftsmanship. They had to defend who they were, their craftsmanship, and what they were doing, and the oath that they took. And so, but it's going to take time. All of that is just going to go. I tell you, once 45 is gone, all of this upheaval and all of this stuff that we've made such progress on is going to come back and gain more speed in the progress that our humanity has made. When he says like make America great again, you see he's trying to get us to return to a place of pain. He wants us to return to a place of chaos. He wants us to return to something. And we all know going backwards is we're in it. We're in that trying to go backwards, and it's not working. It's not working for him. It's not working for anybody. And so a lesson to be learned for humanity at large is that we cannot go backwards. We are only to go forwards. Time goes forward. I'll never get that, 30 seconds back again, ever. So he lives in the past. He's been trying to make us go back to a past where we have already rejected. And so that's his biggest problem, is we have already rejected everything that he wants us to go back to. And unfortunately, I had no idea that there were so many people on the face of this earth that lived in the past like he did. It's like eye-opening. It really is eye-opening. Let's move forward. We're forward people. We're forward human beings. We're forward thinking. We're forward time. We have, everything's forward. The past is the past. Let it be. Let it have the dignity to let it go. But anyways, enough preaching for me. Let's do 45. Let's see what's going on. I do have my other cards here. And my dark mirror. And my haunted house deck. And anybody's wondering what cards I'm using here, it is the tarot with keywords from Linda Boyle. I got them off of Etsy. You upright, you can read the words, but if they're inverted, you can read the words. So they're really awesome. I like them because as a tarot reader, you kind of get into a rut of knowing keywords for each card, and that's kind of how you go forward. These remind me that there's so many other meanings that it could mean, and intuitively you have to read through them and figure out which one it applies. So you hear my doggie? She's snoring. Hear that? That's my Jazzicle. She's my snorer. Somebody keeps on hearing crickets on my on my videos. I don't hear crickets here, so I find that bizarre. I heard them the other day when I replayed my video too. It's like, there is crickets on there, but I don't hear any. So, but I hear my doggie snoring. Okay, here we go. 45. What are you doing today, 45? Planning, plotting, planning. He's not really doing any of the planning or plotting. I just heard I was like, I'm not doing anything. They are. They're plotting. And he has that flippant, I'm not doing any planning and plotting. They are. I just go do what they want me to do. And he's gotten into that whole whatever you guys want. Whatever you guys want. So he's really not doing any of the planning and the plotting. He's not involved. He doesn't want to be involved anymore. He really doesn't. He goes, I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to be here anywhere. I don't care. He's really not involved anymore, guys. The plotting and planning is coming from his re-election team. They're doing all the plotting and the planning. And over here, 45's kind of stepped away. And all of the people that are left to handle the United States are trying to figure it out. If you guys are under the illusion that 45 is doing the leading, you're highly... That says that's not true. He's not doing any of the leading at all. The world shows up, the plotting and the planning, yeah. They see they're sitting there having meetings and the plotting and the planning, like, what are we going to do? How are we going to handle this? What are we going to do? Well, how are we going to handle this? What do you want us to do? They're back to feeding the rats, and they're back down to paying people for wherever it is. This one here is which is the Knight of Pentacles. Which the Knight of Pentacles shows up all the time as like the offer. The offer. Why? Then it says hard work at feeding the rats. The world shows up. What's the world gonna know? Ooh. The world is gonna find out what he's been doing and tied up. Eight of Swords. All of these things are here that he's been involved in, and what he's been flipped out of my hand. All the things that he's been involved in and what he's been tied up, and it says it's under the moon, so under darkness. Let's see what they're plotting and planning about. Yeah. They're plotting and planning about him getting away. Yep, decisions that they're making. And this right here is the Five of Swords. We all know what the Five of Swords does. The Five of Swords is not good at all, which is bullying, theft, violence, abusive relationship. So the world is going to know what he's been tied up in, the abusive relationship that he has had, that all the abuse that he has done in here. The world, it's like the cards keep on telling us all about, fighting and planning, fighting off the media, fighting off the lies, fighting it off. That's what their plot and the plan is. How are we going to spin this? How are we going to spin this? How are we going to spin this? And these are like the Jim Jordans, the disgusting, disgusting Jim Jordans of the world, getting in there and saying, this is what you're going to say, this is how you're going to play this is how you're going to make them look bad. You're going to pick and plot and fight that all off. You're going to, fight off the fire. In the meanwhile, there's a lot of things going on where the world is going to find out what they've been all tied up in, and right here in all the abuse. And this right here talks about that. What they're feeding the rats and all of the decisions that they have had to make. And the Pentacles always shows up. Yep. And the strength that the world has. So this and the world. The world has strength now. We're getting the strength for the world. Yeah. Spirit, you've been telling this for quite some time. We're kind of... And then, of course... This is what the end result is with the whole thing, where he's all tied up to his burdens and things like that, and he's on fire. Can we really, really get some information that things are coming to fruition with the world, and they have strength? Can you please just get him out? We're done. Yeah, he's drowning. 45 is drowning. We're really done. The coronavirus is coming back. The priest giving him his last rites, which would be us. And of course, the King of Cups. The King of Cups, leader, tolerance, and empathy, which is a doctor. and this one here is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords in this deck, you see how she's just like plotting. She's the plotter. She's going to pull it out, and of course another doctor shows up. So there's doctors showing up with his last rites, the coronavirus, which could be a really illness, and he's drowning. So there's a lot of stuff still going on with him. I'm going to pull out of these, and then we'll call it a day. And then don't forget to watch, and I'm going to post it up tomorrow evening at 5 o'clock Mountain Time, 6 o'clock Central Time, on Marie Table's channel. It's going to be Marie, Nine's Corner, Scott, and me on her channel, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So, and it's going to be live, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So show up. If you haven't subscribed to all of them, you should, so that you can get the notification. We're gonna be on Marie Table's channel. Artificial Heart shows up for him again. Anger and Chains. You watched me shuffle. Anger and Chains showed up again, and then Revenge. That's the part that we're all worried about, is the revenge of 45. But I think the revenge is coming from the world. I think the revenge is coming from the world, and the world and nature is, not that the world and the nature are revengeful. However, you get what you get when you do what you do. You get what you get when you do what you do. Remember those rules. Those are absolutely golden rules. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful Friday. That was very interesting. Very, very interesting. All right, thanks.